Good morning. It is day 4, Saturday, June 10th. I didn't do a recap last night because in true Appalachian Trail form, we had a gorgeous day. Actually, the sun came out about an hour and a half before we hit camp. The deluge happened. We were soaked to the bone and we were just trying to dry off, get in. Everybody fell that day. We had, of the group that I'm kind of been in contact with at each shelter, there's about six of us, 7 or 8 with Jeff and I. 2 of them broke poles. Pretty much everyone fell out their knees. I certainly did. In fact, I did a full face plant in the mud. So, impromptu spa day. That was not a lot of fun, but that's the trail. So we ended up doing the full 13.7 miles, made it to the shelter, set up camp, ate food, went to bed. That was the end of it. Today, we're planning on almost 16 miles, so quite a big day. The terrain's supposed to be pretty flat with a little hill, but that's what it said yesterday at the end of the trail, and it really wasn't. And it was very swampy, which makes it really hard to get around because you're trying desperately to stay dry. That's certainly a theme of the AT so far, is that every single day we've been out here, we have been soaked. I'm starting to truly dream of dry feet. But it's supposed to be sunny today according to the forecast. So here's hoping. Maybe we'll catch a break and enjoy some sun and the increase in mosquitoes. So everyone hightailed it out of camp pretty early. That was in the shelter. We were the last to leave at about 10 to 8. We got a little ladder. Everything's packed. Oh, neat. Got a little ladder here. That's the trail I've been walking on this morning. Doesn't look like much. Go down there, cross over there, and I'm gonna turn this off so that I don't get my feet wet more. I don't think that's possible, but we'll give it a shot. Okay, made it through the water crossing unscathed. Score 1 for me. Definitely what I'm learning so far on the trail is that you're not going to be dry. You probably packed way too much of something. Somebody told you that. You didn't listen because you knew better. Oh, and lo and behold, they're right. Oops. But to be fair, I'm thoroughly enjoying myself, even though it's been tough. This is what I signed up for. It's gorgeous out here. I'm not wiping anyone's butt. And for those of you who don't know, I'm a nurse. So you may not have gotten that reference. But I'd way rather be doing this. So let us continue and we'll see what the day brings. Okay, this is our first major portage. A quick update to the river crossing. Obviously I'm still on video, so I survived it. It was definitely a strong current. The water went pretty much crotch level on me. For reference, I'm 5'3". So yeah, it was strong. There was a point there that I thought for sure I was about to lose my footing. Thank goodness for $20 water shoes. They worked beautifully. The bugs are bad out here right now. I gotta say, that is one of the scariest things I've ever done. And normally that river wouldn't be that high, but with all the rain that we've had on the days that we've been out here, plus the 5 days prior, there was a lot of volume coming down there. We did look at other spots above and below the river, but it just got deeper, calmer but deeper, and I wasn't ready for a full-on body swim. Prior to going across that creek, I made sure everything valuable and necessary was tightly packed in waterproof bags, because in case I needed to drop my bag, I didn't want my stuff to get wet, because we're getting close to being halfway in the 100-mile, and I still have a ways to go. So this is some of what we're going on now. This is a nice little water stream that has logs across it. All these logs I'm walking on are super slick, just because of all the water that's been coming down. So, ooh, yeah, just like that. They are definitely handy to have, but gotta be careful. And we've got the flat walk today, which is why we're pushing out so many miles. If we were going up some major mountains, we would definitely have a shorter day. I don't have my trail legs yet, but they are feeling good. That cold water bath definitely made the knees feel better. The water wasn't frigid, but it was definitely on the cold side of brisk. So it's I think it's probably in the mid 50s, so like 10, 12 degrees out right now. And they said they predict some sun. It looks like it is lightening up a bit, but I don't trust the weather. Only job you can be consistently wrong at and still get paid. But yeah, so Jeff has scurried along ahead of me as usual, and we're gonna meet up at mile 4.5 at a shelter, probably to have some coffee and sit our tushies down for a bit. So until then, apparently on a nice clear day, you should be able to actually see Katahdin from here. It is not a nice clear day. It is yet to happen, but that's okay. It's still a really nice lake. And we're trucking on. If it were a hot day, this would also be a great place to go for a swim. But for me, back into the bush, back on the trail, and off we, mosquitoes, vicious little buggers, and off we go. And just in case some of you are wondering how I'm such an amazing navigator on this trail, obviously the trail is well marked, but you see these white blazes on the trees, and that tells me I'm going in the right direction. And you usually see them, and then from one you should be able to see at least the other one. All right, we're gonna hold off now. Okay, just a little update. We got about 6 more miles to go. It is raining. It's been raining on and off all day. We've done 3 soaking water crossings. My underwear is now clean. My shoes are soaked, but they have been the entire time. So the trail today actually hasn't been too bad. I'm really hoping we get there. Like I said, we got another 6 miles to go, so that should be about 3 hours at the pace I'm setting at. Gotta stop for a little lunch, and that's it for now. Hopefully we'll get there soon, because I would like to sit in a shelter and have a cup of tea. Just a quick idea of what I'm walking on at present. 6 miles out from Crawford Pond. Soggy day, shocker. There's been so much water. I'm a little over it. But we will eventually dry out. Just not sure when. Good morning. We are on day 6, I think. It's Sunday, June 11th. We are on a 11.7 mile day. Did lots of climbing. I think the elevation is about 2,500 feet. It's going to be a nice warm day, I think. I don't actually see clouds for the first time. That'll probably change. It actually didn't rain last night, which was nice. But we did stay in the shelter anyway, just because we want to dry out and not have to set up the tent. It was a nice little spot, Copper Pond, I believe, or creek. Nice spring water source there. Yesterday was a long day. Everyone who came in looked pretty tired. Wouldn't say defeated, but definitely a long day. Lots of swamp, lots of bugs, and the 3 river crossings were a challenge. But we made it, and everyone passed out pretty early. We didn't get going, 8:15 this morning, which is earlier for us, but not as early as I was hoping. But just the joints in the body take a little more time to warm up. Everything is tendered, but to be expected. Nothing out of the ordinary, just sore from the amount of miles put on. Yesterday was 15.9 miles. Today is going to be, although shorter miles, much harder miles. So we'll definitely see how we feel after that. And we're up for our food drop today. So I believe we're going to be hitting mile 63. So we're getting close to halfway of the 100-mile wilderness, which has been beautiful, but I'm not gonna lie, it'd be nice to, have a town day. But yeah, so far so good, and we'll just keep trucking. Okay, so we made it to the peak of something. I don't remember the name of the mountain. I'll put it in below. Not much to see just because we're in the trees, but it is gorgeous. And it's hot and it's sunny today, and the bugs are out, but it's beautiful, and it definitely lifts the spirits from all the rain that we have had. So we've hit the peak, and now we're headed down, and then we'll hit a shelter for a little lunch, and then we'll be going right back up for our final destination of the evening for a total of 11.7 miles. We're right now sitting at, I think, about 4.8 miles, so we got a ways to go. It's definitely a much slower go when you're tramping up hill and downhill, but that is the essence of the AT. So gotta start building those quads. Okay. Second fjord crossing of the day. Again, I did some laundry inadvertently. My underwear is now clean and dirty at the same time. We've been able to cross, obviously. That's enough excitement for one more day. We should be hitting the shelter, a mid-point shelter. We're going to have some lunch before we kit up and get to the final shelter. So hopefully we're going to take a little rest. And proof I have not buried him in the woods anywhere. I haven't seen you on film, so I wanted to prove that I hadn't buried you in the woods.